All right, we got ourselves a little 2013 Volkswagen CC here today. They brought it here because it's got a small oil leak. So if you look down here, I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but it's very evident this puppy is leaking from this upper timing cover here, which is a very common problem on these. So we're gonna get right into getting this cover off and getting these seals replaced. You can order the seals online. I actually got these ones from Amazon. It's like $10 or less. I'll put a link up here in the video and in the description below if you want to order them in. But it's not too bad of a job. You're gonna need a couple like specialty-ish things like some Torx bits and probably a ratchet wrench to get down to it, but we're gonna dive right into it. The first thing we're gonna wanna do is get this coolant reservoir kind of moved out of the way. We're gonna try and set it up here in the front if we can. So we're gonna pull this hose clamp here on this little return line. Just like that. We'll grab it with our pliers and twist to make sure it's free, and then pop this buddy right off of there. Whew, she's a full reservoir. And then we're gonna squeeze this plug, unplug it just like that, and get the plug out of the harness. Then we have a T20 Torx there and one here on this side. We're gonna zip those out, and then we should hopefully be able to lift this up and set it up here on the front side. Okay, with those two Torxes out, she comes right on out of there, and we'll just move her right up here, I guess, for now. It's not a ton of improvement. Oh God, that lid is loose. But I think it's enough. Hopefully it's enough without having to drain out the reservoir. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this line here. That looks like it goes to some sort of like PCV or air injection system. So I'll pull that clamp and that clamp, and then we're gonna have to come through down here and break loose all these clips that hold it. Oh, I'm dropping all my tools. And we'll get that out of the way, and then we will pick up from there. Okay, here's our little hose off. So on this end, which is down here, you just squeeze this little white tab to pop it off. Then you got to get it out of this clamp, which needs a flathead screwdriver. You stick it in there and just twist it, it'll pop it off, and then it just comes right out of these other two clamps. So that's off. We can set this to the side. Okay, our next step is going to be, I think we're just going to, I don't know what we're going to do with that fuel line. We'll just move it whenever we get to that point. We're going to unplug the little camshaft solenoid here. It's like a magnetic solenoid behind here. So you slide that little clip back, depress it, wiggle it off. We can put that connector back there. It looks like we got 3 T30s holding that on, and we also need to move this oil dipstick so it can swing out. And then, yeah, we'll be able to pull this solenoid out, which has its own seal. Then all we got to do, I think, is move this coolant hose out of the way down here. Then we should be able to fish. Yeah, look how much oil's down there. Look at all that oil. We should be able to fish a 10mm ratchet wrench down there to get those bottom two bolts out. And then we'll be home free. So let me get the T30 and we'll get this out, and then start working on those 10mm. All right, here we are. All 3 T30s are out, so we should be able to just pull this back. I guess we got to work it out from behind this oil tip stick here. Oh, we may need to take off this lower T30 at the bottom of the oil dipstick to give it enough play to come out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll fish down there, get that one out. I don't know if you can see it's right down there by the oil filter. I'll circle it on the screen here. We'll get that out because we need this to be able to come back a good enough ways to clear this cover coming up out of this hole. Okay, here we are. So we got that lower Torx out right there. So now we got plenty of movement out of this dipstick. And I think that's about all we need to be able to wiggle this case out. So we're gonna start with that lower 10mm down there. That one way down there. Look how much oil is leaking out of this seal ring right here. Holy cow. That's right there is where our leak is occurring. It's this rubber seal right here. So we'll get those 2 lower ones out, and then we'll come to the easy ones up top, which is 3 more. You got 1 here, 1 there, and 1 back here right behind where my finger is. We'll get this all out, And then this whole thing, we should be able to wiggle it out of here. So let me get those bolts and I'll show you how it finagles out. Wowzers. I got it. It's off. It's here in my hand. That sucked way more than I would have thought. So let me tell you. So if you look here, these bolts are actually captured. The two lower ones, they're just a pain to get to with that motor mount bracket in, but taking that full motor mount bracket off will be a giant chore, so I don't think it's actually worth it. You can only get to them with a box end of a 10 millimeter. The way this is angled, if you put a ratchet wrench on it, it tries to push it out. This one you can get with a flex head, kind of. This one, if you even take it like 3 turns, then it starts to hit the motor mount with your ratchet and gets it stuck on there. So box end is the only choice. Once you get it all loose, right, you need to push this up and forward and gently kind of wiggle bounce it out. Like it was a tight fit, but it did come out. So we're ready to install these new gaskets. Come on. All right, here we are on the workbench. Sorry for the mess. It's always a mess. The name should be Clutter Garage, not Green Castle. But we're gonna take a look at our Amazon gasket here. So it looks like that's our ring for in there. Here's our gasket that should lay in this way. Actually looks pretty good. Come on. So what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to get this old gasket lifted up out of this groove and then get this gasket out of the center here. So let me grab a pick tool and see if I can't get those out of there. Okay, so the camshaft seal just kind of presses on around the lip there. So that's how the new one will go on, okay? So this one we gotta like dig and lift. All right, so I just stuck a little pick tool up here in one of these little circles around where the bolts go and got it lifting. So now it'll just pop right on out of here. Just like that. It feels pretty hard. Not as hard as this one though. This one's hard as a rock. Important thing to do now is to clean the surfaces where these seals are going to go. So we'll get that all cleaned up, and then we'll get the new ones pressed in, and then we got a couple more things I got to show you before we put it back together. We're going to go clean the mounting surface on the engine block, and we are going to put a little dabble of RTV on there where the heads meet the engine block, just to make sure it doesn't leak in that location either. All right, so you got 2 little corners right here, one there, one right over there. Those need a little bit of dabble of RTV just to make sure they seal. And now we are good to slide our case back down in there and get it put back in position and tighten it down. I will put the torque specs up here on the screen. I'm not going to show me putting it back in there unless something crazy happens. But yeah, I'll put the torque specs there. I haven't looked them up yet. And yeah, hopefully this video helped somebody out. If it did, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more. It's not super hard, but it is very tedious, and you gotta be patient with your wrench just turning those bolts. But I gotta get this slapped on before the RTV dries and sets, and we'll be home free.